This is one of our favorite RV accessories. It's a bug assault rifle and kills flies.
You literally put table salt in it.
It just shoots like a really like streamlined little puff of salt at a fly. I'm not gonna shoot the lens.
Yeah.
I like it. Kids like to use it. It makes it fun to kill flies.
Yep.
And we do have a few in here right now, so that's why I've got it ready to go. So I could interrupt this broadcast at any time. As the tradition goes, we're going to do a little highlight vid of Washington. And this one feels like it should be shorter than the rest of them because we didn't...
But then when I made the list, I was like, dang, we did a lot in Washington,
We did. We crammed it in. There were a couple like big things that we didn't get to do.
Yeah.
One of the big things we did though, so everywhere we go we've been buying stickers and mugs.
Shut up.
Almost everywhere. Because we left Washington sooner than we thought we were going to leave. We didn't get our sticker where we wanted to get it, so we stopped at a gas station and I told Ashley just like, if they have a mug, go and get a mug and a sticker. And she came back out a few minutes later. She got a good mug, but she bought...
That was all they had.
The ugly, it's not even a sticker, it's a magnet. So it doesn't even work with our like system that we're gonna put stickers on something. It's a magnet.
I was just planning on gluing it.
And even if you don't even like appreciate good design, you can know that this is bad design. The font, the layout, the picture is just all blah. And Washington is not blah. So we wasted $3 on that.
Okay, the problem was, I'm jumping ahead, sorry.
This girl's wild.
It's late, and I'm drinking a blackberry sparkling water, so.
What does that have to do with it being late?
He said I was wild.
All right, here are 3 random facts that have nothing to do with each other. It's late. I'm drinking a blackberry sparkling water.
It has no caffeine, no nothing.
And right over there are paper towels. So now you know.
Shut up.
Let's get to it.
There's so much to do, so many pretty things in Washington. So we were going to do North Cascades, which is...
It's a national park.
A national park right here. Seattle's like right here. And then the... what's the Olympic National Park, which was like one of the major one that we wanted to do. And we didn't get to do either national park. We did do other things, and it was really a fun little state to be in.
Yeah.
But I know it's got a lot more to offer, so we definitely plan on being back. But our first stop was
Jack and Shirley's. One of our favorite like hosts so far, and just he had full hookup for us, like 50 amp, and they were RVers. They've been all over.
Like all over the world.
All over the world.
RV'd
they
all over the US
all
too.
over the country. I mentioned in the video, but he's got this like he's like Clint Eastwood, and he's just big like epic like movie trailer kind of voice.
Yeah.
Immediately invited us for happy hour, so we just got to hang out with Jack and Shirley twice, like for extended
both nights that we were there.
Periods of time, just hanging out, hearing their story. He was in the military, and then he makes all this cool like artwork stuff.
Yeah,
and
it's so pretty, like amazing, and he won't sell it. He said he's afraid if he sells it, people will ask for more, and he'll have a job.
It'll become not a fun hobby. It'll become a job
right now.
He's done having a job, so he didn't want to do that anymore. Wenatchee was also the apple capital.
Apple. You
That's
said apple capital. You made it rhyme.
Wenatchee was the apple capital, dappital of the dappital bappital.
Of the world.
Fee-fi-fo-fappital, napkins and bapkins. Okay, Wenatchee is the apple capital of the world.
The world. So from there, we asked Jack. We asked Jack and Shirley, well, what should we do, like, in the area? And their suggestion was to visit Leavenworth.
Yes.
Which I thought was a prison. We Googled it, and it is a prison. It's a big prison in, what was it?
It was like a
Kansas City or something.
Midwest state.
Yeah. So it is a big federal prison. So I had heard it on some TV shows I watch, I'm sure. Anyway, that they were not sending us to a prison. They were sending us to.
It was an old German Bavarian style town.
Yeah.
We'd never been to a place like that at all.
It was super cute.
So cute.
So cute.
Very cute. So I had some German style food, had
brats and
sauerkraut.
Homemade sauerkraut. Yeah, it was
beer
good.
cheese and
Pretzel.
And this place would have been like cherry on top if we were there in the winter.
I would say right after fall, it would be amazing because it's gonna be snowy and
lights
everywhere, and it's just so quaint. Oh,
the mountains
so
in the background.
The mountains were amazing. A friend on Instagram, James, told us about a candy shop, which we'd already bought candy, but he told us about a candy shop that was just a few miles away. So we drove to it, and we're so glad we did. The Alps was the name of the place, and it had, what was the name? Peanut Butter Crunch was what their specialty
Yeah, that's what we bought. What we didn't buy, they had every type of soda you could think of.
And even some you wouldn't think of.
Yeah. But don't think normal. Think like spaghetti sauce soda.
Corn
or
soda.
Yeah.
The other butter.
Butter. Ranch.
Bacon.
Couldn't
that was
imagine.
So weird. But we didn't buy any.
Drinking a carbonated ranch flavored thing.
It just sounds
but
so
it was
gross.
just like walls lined with this type of, I don't know who buys it, or if it's just for looks in there, or what.
I'm sure people
Let us know if
drink
you've had ranch flavored
yes,
soda.
we want to know.
I would like to know why.
On the way there, we saw the cutest little fruit stand, which we kind of wanted to do a pick your own, but I Googled it and called around even to some apple stands and stuff, and they just don't do that there. So it's kind of bigger, I guess, in the South. But anyway, it was called Smallwoods. And it
was like a whole experience. So they had a petting zoo. Normally, all this was closed, but a petting zoo and a maze, like a corn maze. So it's like a whole, go there for a whole afternoon.
A little playground area for the kids.
Spend the day.
Oh, and they had more sodas too.
Yeah, it must be a Washington. Washington.
I don't know.
Just drink regular things. Just be normal.
So our plan was still, and I was still keeping a check of the fire maps and everything, but our plan was still to go to North Cascades. So we went as close as we were going to go as far as to stay, and which was Concrete, Washington. And we stayed at a Harvest Host there. But we got there and got set up, and the next morning we woke up.
Pretty heavy smoke in the air. And it was from that point that I kind of had an ongoing just headache. So we could tell it was the air quality was
it was
not
the
good
300 or 400s, I think is what it's registering, which is really high. It was, you're not supposed to be outside. It's dangerous. The thing about it is there's no way they can predict, are the fires going to get worse? Are they going to spread? Is the rain going to come and make it all better? There's no way to predict it. So we were just going on. First of all, we could not get any solar in that smoke, and we boondocked mostly. The only option we really had was to move from that area because it just wasn't going to be fun.
We know that we'll be back, so we were trying to kind of get away from bad quality air. So that's what we tried to do when we left Concrete, Washington, and we went to Chehalis.
And it was better. It wasn't
still not good.
It wasn't good, but it was better. And the part that was even better about it was that we were able to find a Boondockers Welcome there. And they had hookups, so we didn't have to worry about our solar not bringing any power and didn't have to use our generator.
One of the cool things about this place is another Boondockers Welcome host, and it was Kevin and Julie. But Kevin was a retired firefighter.
He worked as a firefighter in his whatever area as a professional firefighter. But then he also owned a company called Firestormers that went out, like, I would assume just the surrounding states, and they would fight the wildfires. And so he had that for several years, and then now he still is a volunteer firefighter.
Just a really cool like connection of his experience in fighting fires like the ones that were going on. And he had this custom.
Oh my gosh.
He made
So
a riding lawnmower into a fire engine and wanted the kids to ride.
Yes.
And they were
yeah.
pumped about it.
Oh yeah.
Had a horn. Little
It had lights. It had like the little what is it? Little
like,
bullhorn.
Bullhorn kind of thing that make announcements.
To talk over it. Oh gosh.
Announcements, not announcements.
They spent a long time riding that thing.
Gave Rhodes a little like fire hat and a jacket that said fire chief or something. Yeah.
It's like the old get up. It was adorable. The whole time we were in Chehalis, it was it's very overcast, very dreary, very Pacific Northwest weather. So
depressing,
Very depressing. Very depressing.
Seriously, like, I joke, but there was a span of
2 weeks.
Maybe not quite 2 weeks, but you just don't realize how much you miss sunshine and just being outside, especially since we spent this whole year outdoors and
so much, yeah.
Just enjoying nature. And when we couldn't do that for a small window of time, as far as like a mental state, it definitely took a little dip. So when we finally saw blue skies and the sun and sky, it really was like back to like regular life.
Yeah, it was like a big sigh of relief, like just where you're like see the light at the end of the tunnel.
This whole year has been crazy and hard and chaotic, and this was just kind of almost like symbolically like what we're doing. So what we're hoping, what we're believing is 2020 is we're gonna see blue skies.
See the blue skies. I like it.
Is that pretty much it?
That's pretty much it.
Ending. Ooh, is that supposed to be a transition to close it?
Yeah.
I thought about shooting the...
Oh, I like it. But don't do it.
Scratch the lens.
You could hit the little fuzzy thing, the microphone.
Alright, I'm going to shoot the microphone to end this video. Alright?
Oh, you definitely hit the...
Shot the lens too. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
On the lens than it did the microphone. You weren't too close though, so maybe it's okay.